How are we going, everyone? Within 24 hours, this started to yellow off. Have a look at this down here, right? So we've got a beautiful plant. I'm cutting all these leaves off. I'm aerating it because we need to get sunlight through it. Look at this. How nice are they? But look at this angular leaf spot that's developing on this. Now, it's happening because of the unstable weather patterns that we are going through, and that's a daily thing. For those who don't know where I am, I'm in Lethbridge, Victoria, southwest Victoria. And our temperature tends to be a couple of degrees difference between that of Melbourne City. Generally cooler, but of lately it's been warmer and drier. So Melbourne will hit 33, we'll hit 34, 35. We won't have the same moisture level, but then in saying that, we've experienced some heavy rainstorms, storm cells that have come through here and given us a beating now. And the forecast has it now for us in Victoria, where I suppose southwest of Melbourne, we're expecting high rainfalls again, high levels of humidity. Today's UV factor was about 13. I really don't even know what levels you can get up to, but if they say it's 13 and I was outside and I could feel that burning coming through, well, that's bloody high. And if it's going to come through again and we're going to get this high humidity coming through, what I just cut out here, look at this pole down here. This has all come out of one plant and all in the last 24, max 48 hours. I saw a little bit starting to develop on it. And what I'm talking about is all these angular leaf spots. See all this? All that stuff there. You get septorial leaf spot, which is round spots, not angular like that, and hence the name of it. But they both come from high levels of moisture, high levels of temperature, humidity rocketing through the sky or through the roof, better, because, well, it's a sky because we're not in a house. So it's rocketing through the sky, I said it right. I laugh at my own jokes because nobody else does. Just got to finish laughing. Humidity going through the roof on this, therefore causing the plants to develop these diseases or contracted. Now, it's not to say that the plant isn't healthy. The plants are healthy overall. They just were very congested in this section here, and that's the thing we need to do with all of them, is thin out the foliage to get airflow. Now, I started off talking about the humidity. Folks, I'm not sure what parts of the world you live in, and if you do go through high levels of humidity during the summer season and you're growing vegetables like this, get ready for it. Even your fruit trees, get ready for diseases to start developing and rearing their ugly faces. So if you got your disease control pack at home or any other copper-based fungicide, by all means use that. We recommend our disease control pack to get out there and spray them. Now, I know I preach and don't practice a lot of what I preach, and I probably won't even spray, and I'm going to gamble it. And this is purely because of my own personal trials to understand my little microclimate, however big or small this space is, works. And I need to know what the plants need and if they can tolerate some of the practical approaches that I'm doing, and it's pruning. So you don't have to reach for the disease control pack. I know I mentioned it. If you've got it and you know you're going to have a problem, you're not inclined to prune, get out there and do it as a safety precaution. Go out and spray. Now, intermediate plants like this tomato here is always going to flower. We've got flowers everywhere. We never spray the flower. We only spray the foliage. If you've got flowers and you're saying, but how can I do that? How can I spray? Well, you get a little cup or a saucer or a bowl, something plastic that's light, put it over the top, spray over the top, it'll drip onto there and come down. If you're holding it, wear a glove. That way you've applied it wherever you need, and then you've left the flowers alone. If you're worried about fruit, like brown rot on peaches and nectarines, and even rust developing on your plants and tomatoes like this, spray them. Don't leave them. Or harvest if they're ready. Mine aren't ready to harvest. So I've got to thin them out and get enough airflow through the centre, and we'll be happy. I've got a couple of more leaves to cut off on this one here. Have a look at this. Still going. And we're getting fruit and then growth at the end of it. So this plant, well, that's a leaf there. I should show you this one. Come over here. This is the one here. This cluster here, we've got fruit developing on it, and then we've got leaves coming out of it. No, we haven't. I saw it earlier. Where is it? I'm confused. Here it is. See that? Look, we've got fruit growing, and then we've got new growth coming there, and I guarantee you that will eventually start to flower. Look, it's already trying to push flowers. So insignificant they are. But this here in its own right, folks, is another plant ready to grow on. I can take that cutting, stick it in the ground, created a little microclimate controlled environment, and I can grow tomatoes all year round. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to set up my little hothouse, the walk-in one, not that little mobile box or cupboard that I had. That was great to start off with, but we've got to go upsize now. So aerate your plants. That's what I've done here. There may be a couple of more leaves I can take out. You need to be able to see through the bottom of it, but you need to leave the canopy on top. We need the leaves to sit over the fruit and protect them from the sun so they don't get scorched by the hot afternoon sun or daylight that we have. But we need to get enough airflow, so it's basically creating an umbrella over the top of your crop. Like all this down here, see all these leaves below the fruit? You don't need them anymore. Take them all off. I'm going to thin all these out as well. You can see it's starting everywhere on all the tomatoes. It's time to clean them up at the bottom, and by doing that, we're going to push more energy back into the top. So folks, if you're going to be experiencing high levels of humidity, get out there and prune your plants and spray them with a fungicide base. Try a disease control pack that will protect your plants, and don't water the plants. Don't wet the foliage. It'll be enough moisture in the air to do enough damage on its own. So hydrate the grounds early morning so you have enough sunlight to dehydrate the ambient area so you don't get too much moisture developing. But don't water in the evenings unless it's a last minute resort. It's evening here that we were filming. I haven't watered. I actually watered early morning, and I'm not going to water again, and the plants are sitting upright. Check out our website, Vasili'sGarden.com. If you haven't subscribed to the magazine, get onto it. It's at $24.95, discounted from $40, and you get all the wonderful benefits that come along with it, and up to 80% off every day of the year. It's Vasili'sGarden.com. From me, Vasili, Maresi. See you in the morning. Hey, get out of there! He's eating it all. It's a new fertiliser. It's that new stuff that we're trialling out. I'm not going to get to see anything happen on the plants because Vader's eating every single bucket out of it.